Hello, I'm Carl at Trident Fly Fishing, and today we're going to tie Goddard's Caddis. This was created by British fly tyers John Goddard and Clive Henry as a stillwater pattern in the 1960s. The deer hair body makes it near unsinkable, and I recommend you tie it in sizes 12 through 16. Here's our fly in the vise. We'll get the tie started. So the hook we're going to use today is a TMC 100 in size 14, and our thread to start with will be Vivas GSP in black, 100 denier. I like to use this for tying in deer hair. It's near unbreakable. And wrap back to the bend of the hook. Start of the bend right over the gouge like so, where we're going to tie in our wing material. And this is just a Primo hair strip from Hairline. Deer hair, its color is natural. So we'll get a clump of deer hair about the size of half a pencil width. And clean it up a bit. And we're going to tie this in with the butts facing back of the fly. And one of the things you can run into with this is, as you're working the deer hair, you can push the hair off the back of the hook. So we're going to just put a dab of glue up there to help hold this in place. And pull it tight and wrap up through that hair. Don't let go of that hair in the back until you've seated everything. It looks pretty good. And we're just going to wrap this thread back to the start of that hair, where we're going to tie in one more clump, which is going to form the abdomen of the fly. And you want a clump that's maybe just a little bit smaller than what you just tied in. We're going to spin this around the hook where the other we did not. And make sure you get all the fuzzy stuff out of it. And we're going to cut the tips off the hair, turn that around, and we're going to tie it in tip side facing towards the back of the hook. And we want to flare this, so we're going to take 2 wraps, one loose so it starts to flare, and then pull it tight, and then let that hair slip through your fingers and spin around the hook. Run your thread up to the eye, and we're going to push all that back. And we're going to get our thread out of the way. So we'll do just a quick whip finish here to keep everything from coming unraveled. Take our Stonefo tool here out. Make sure we don't have any hair that's caught up. Okay, so now that we've got the hair tied in, we're going to shape the abdomen of the fly and the wing. So with the Stonefo razor holder here, I'm going to come in on the bottom of the fly, and I'm going to make a straight cut across the bottom, and then to the top of the fly at an angle about the same as what the hook eye is. I'm going to cut straight in and up across. And then the sides, I'm going to do the same thing. So it's going to have kind of a square cone shape. And go in here with my scissors and clean up some of that wild stuff. And we'll go back and trim it up again with the razor. Now we'll knock the edges off those corners. Try and make the abdomen round. Now we're going to shape the wing, and to do that I take the fly from the vise and I hold the wing in my hand and I follow the contour of my thumbnail. Get that back in the vise. And at this point we're going to change threads, and we're going to start using Danville's Flymaster 6/0 in black. And we're going to wrap this back into the abdomen of the fly just a bit. And the hackle for the fly is going to be from a Whiting dry fly saddle, and this is color brown. And I've got one already picked out of that and sized to the 14 hook. I'll repair it by cutting some barbules off on either side of the stem. We're going to tie that in just into the abdomen of the fly, right into the abdomen. And for the thorax, we're going to use some hairline ice dub in peacock. This is terrible stuff to dub, and the easiest way I've found to do it is just to take the smallest amount, start to work that around, and it will hang onto the thread pretty well. There we go. And now we're going to wrap our hackle forward. Take the first wrap through the deer hair, and then in kind of open spiral turns, going to wrap up to the eye like you would do in a stimulator. Capture our hackle. Cut our excess off. On my neat little head, our whip finish tool. Do a 4 or 5 turn whip finish. Seat our knot. Looks like I managed to catch one fiber there. And some head cement. This is Hairline's Hard as Hull. And our fly is finished. Please feel free to add comments at the bottom of the page, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button to view all the new content here at Trident Fly Fishing. Thanks for watching, and hope to see you again next time.